Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Robert Quinn showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Yellow, let's go, Lou, lady! Let's see what you got.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting the tone early for his defense.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Mahomes firing complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger target.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Prescott down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Maher is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Let's go.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield, the blocking forms in front, lofted it to the runner, and now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Mahomes completes that one to Watkins. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Hill, the intended receiver once again. And it's 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. And it's complete to Kelsey. Shreds him with his... And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 51 yards. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. The point after is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. Prescott now from the 50. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
We're back now in KC. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Yellow. There's a line. Hey, 43, 43, 15. Delta. 54 is Mike. 54. Hey, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.